Hello, welcome to my channel. In this channel, we'll be going over the M1 Finance platform as a way to invest. I did consider different other options. However, after looking at my options and just the different platforms, I decided to go with M1 Finance. One of the main reasons was the partial shares. Now, Robinhood, I like the idea of Robinhood and all that stuff. However, there's certain stocks that I do want to buy that are maybe out of my reach, or maybe that I could buy, but then I would be left with no money, and then I won't be able to invest. And what I liked about the M1 Finance was that I could, instead of spending over $200 in Apple, I could use those $200 and invest. I could invest some of it in Apple, a little bit in Amazon, a little bit on Facebook, and just kind of diversify my a portfolio and slowly build up to I can have a couple shares of Apple and eventually have some shares of Amazon and so on and so forth. And those are just some examples. Because, however, I will be focusing mostly on my on a dividend portfolio through the M1 Finance platform. So come along as I go over just the different investment options in M1 Finance, and as I build my dividend portfolio. Now I already opened my account here, so I just opened my account. Got no money invested right now, and I just have one thing in my pie right here. So what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna be adding 10 different stocks into my pie, and then tomorrow, because I wasn't able to make the cutoff, I opened my account just a couple of hours ago, so I haven't bought any stock technically. Um, but I'll be making my pie right now, so just setting it up. So tomorrow, when the stock market opens, my purchase will go through, and my $500 will go to the different investments that I have chosen. Right now, my 10 investments that I chose for my pie are as follows. And I'll go ahead and, I'll skip this, but I'll go ahead and add just one of them here. And then the rest, I'll just skip that for you guys so you don't have to sit through it. So right now, I clicked on my pie on the edit, and then I'm gonna choose. Right now, I went with the domestic dividend, one of their master portfolio things they have there. I just chose that for now because I didn't want to go through and choose all the stocks I wanted to put in there. I kind of wanted to show you guys what I was gonna do, but I'll go ahead and click add here, and then you guys can see here on my different tabs are the different stocks that I'm gonna be putting in my dividend portfolio. So right now, and just to clarify, I'm not a financial expert or a stock expert or anything like that. There's far better channels out there that could help you with that kind of stuff. These are kind of just different stocks that different people recommended in different videos that I myself looked at. So if you want to look at those channels, you can look them up. But right now, I guess this video or this channel is mostly documenting my own journey, and if you want to come along and learn along with me, great. Hopefully, I'll be okay and hopefully make some money, and especially like I said, I'm focusing mostly on dividends. So right now we'll be here. You can see here it says add a slices. So you have different stocks, funds, uh, my pies, expert pies. And that's what I added right here. I went to the income earners. I went to the domestic dividend master pie. But again, we're not gonna do that. So I just go ahead and go to stocks, and then I'm gonna type the ticker symbol gain. So that's Gladstone Investment Corporation. And if you look at here, they cost about 11.92 right now as of today, 11.92. And you can see here the stock. Well, it's been going up for today. And if you look at here, it gives you some of the performance for the stock over 5 days, over a month, over 3 months, over 6 months, a year, 3 year, and 5 year. So overall, the stock you can see it's been going up and down. Maybe not as stable as I kind of would like, but I think it's stable enough. You can kind of see it's in an uptrend. However, you can kind of tell here that there's certain points where it kind of just drops off. and then but it's going up. Overall, it's going up. And then if you look at here, M1 Finance, it's not gonna be as detailed as your premium brokerages, but it gives you some information about the company, some news about it, and, some information here, the dividend yield and the market cap. So I'll go ahead and add this, and if you click here, then right here you'll see the add button. So I'll go ahead and add that to my pie. Okay, and then I'll add one more, or I'll be adding a couple more. So I'll go ahead and add the rest, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we look at here. I got 10 different stocks in my pie, which is what I was going for right now initially. Now I may add some or remove some later on. So right now, the next thing we have to do, since when I first opened the account, I chose just the one pie. So it's allocate. Right now, it's allocating the 100%, all 100% of all my funds there. However, that can't happen since I have 10 different stocks in my pie. All of them have to have a certain percentage that equal 100. So I could either set a certain stock to have a bigger percentage. So for example, if I wanted the domestic dividend stock to be more than the rest, I could set it at 25 and then set the rest, at 10, and one of them at 5, and one of them at another 20%, and just like that. However, for now, I'll just go ahead and set them all equal. So equal all of my different stocks. So right now I have 10 of them. So that means since they're all equal right now, all of them have 10%. So tomorrow, whenever my purchase goes through, my initial deposit of $500 goes through, the $500 will be divided into the first 10 different stocks. At least that's that's the way it should happen. So I got all my stuff here, right here, and then you can even name your portfolio. So I'll just go ahead and rename this dividend portfolio. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit save. Confirm changes. Yes. All right. So right now you can see here my different slices have changed, and then tomorrow, hopefully, when everything goes through, then we'll be able to see some the value change to $500 at least. But for now, we just go ahead and just wait till the purchase goes through, and then we'll check tomorrow morning and see what happens. All right, so it's the next day, and here we can look at my pie here. My pie has been fully funded. Last night I was not able to fund it because I did not make the cutoff for M1 Finance. Like I mentioned, there's a cutoff. Whenever the stock market opens in New York, that's the time when M1 Finance buys all the stocks in bulk. That way, and I guess that's the way that they mentioned that they save money, because rather than just buying stocks at different times, they just buy them all in bulk. So whenever, if you open an account, or if you already have an account, I guess you already know this, but if you're going to open an account, just keep that in mind. Just because you buy something the night before doesn't necessarily mean you own it. You won't own it until M1 Finance puts in the order, and it goes through the stock exchange the next morning. So if you don't put the order before whenever the stock market opens in New York, then you won't be able to have it at that moment. But as you can see here, my stocks have been funded in my portfolio here, my pie. As you can see here, I am down a little bit right now. They go down 0.01%. It was actually up throughout most of the day. I can't remember what percentage it was, but I remember seeing that the gains, at least money wise, was like 12 cents or 25 cents. So it didn't go up that much. But I guess from my initial deposit of $500, I did lose 5 cents, or it went down 0.01. But again, you can't let this kind of stuff distract you or discourage you from investing. At least me, I'm trying to invest for the long term. If you want to invest, for be a swing trader or a day trader or something like that, try to buy the stock at like a 5 cent discount or something. Maybe M1 Finance may not necessarily be for you, but that's fine. Each investor is different. You can see here all my different stock picks have been funded here. Some of them are up, like this Brookfield, the two Harvards, my ProShares ETF. my O, or the Realty Income Corporation REIT. And these are all up, but then you can also hear the ones that are all down. So some of them are down. Then if you click on I'll go ahead and click on this one right here. So if you click on some of them here, right now there's a Pro Shares S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrat. Because again, I'm going for the dividend yield here in my stocks. Also trying to go for some value, but here you can see here, it shows you how many shares you have of it, how much it cost you, how much is the average cost per share. So that's one share of this cost $66. However, I only was able to buy $50 worth of it. So I have only 0.74% of a share, which is again one of the main reasons I got into M1 Finance was the partial shares. I want to be able to buy different. I don't have a lot of money, but I do want to use the money that I do have as efficiently as possible. So Robinhood, I like Robinhood, or when I looked into it, I do like it. But again, like I mentioned in the beginning, I want to be able to use my $100 or my limited resources to try to diversify and own as many companies as I can, or companies that I believe in or that I like. So here, right now, I haven't invested in any companies, but I have invested in these stocks that I've chosen. But if you look at the rest here, you can see here, if you click on all of them, it'll show you what you own of them. That initial master pie that I got actually had 3 different stocks inside of it. I actually did not realize till later till it was funded, but that's fine. So technically, my pie consists of 12 different holdings. And as you can see here, also if I click on this here, it'll give me more information about my the stock here, how much, again, how many shares I own, what the cost is, and the average cost per price, the dividend yield, and so on and so forth. But that's the gist of it here. You can see here. Of course, I only have my my pie. Only had it for one day so far. But you can click here. I think I ran out of internet. But if you click here, you can see. As the as time goes on, you can actually check. What was your returns for that day, for a week, for a month, that quarter, that year, or your overall returns on your investments. But that's just the gist of it. If you have any suggestions, any stocks that you think I should remove from my portfolio, anything that you think I should add, and just give me your reasons why I should, what I should not. I'll look at them. I'll try to respond. But yeah, but again, this is just my personal journey, and hopefully I can help someone. I would like to be able to help people in the future. Maybe help them choose the right investment avenue for them, or the right investment app, I should say. But yeah, but you can see here the stuff that I got here, and I just from looking at it, I'll put the ticker symbols in the description. And if you are interested, you can look into them, read into them, do some research. I did a little bit of research here and there, but maybe I didn't do the right research that other guys that I know that do very deep, thorough research on different stocks that they choose. Again, I don't have that much experience, or any experience really, being an investor. So this is just kind of an experiment for me. So I am trying to experiment, and hopefully, this works out, and I'll become, a more experienced investor. Now, I do want to get into this, so I do want to be able to make money. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. I want to be able to make more money, or use my money as efficiently or the best way possible. So instead of having it sit in a bank account, why not have it grow for me? And I think dividend investing is a great way to do that. Now, if you want to be a value investor and all that stuff, that's great. Just do whatever you think would work for you. For me, I think it's gonna be dividend stocks. In the future, I might change that. So that's fine, and people can change it, people can evolve. It's okay. So later on, I do want to try different investment applications. I do want to try different stocks. I will be buying different stocks, such as I do want to invest in Amazon. I want to invest in Facebook, definitely Apple and Microsoft. So you will be seeing a pie with those stocks in them. So yeah, so just be on the lookout for that. If you have any different stocks, any ETFs, or anything that you think I should look at, I will. Again, just leave it down in the description. And if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. If you did not like it, just give it a thumbs down, and let me know why. You want to subscribe so you can follow along as I go on this journey. I will be posting at least one video every week, trying to just give an update on my dividend portfolio, and then there you see my results. You'll be able to see what I'm doing, either right or what I'm doing wrong. If that's something that interests you, go ahead and subscribe. And if not, there's plenty of other good financial channels out there that maybe people I would call more experienced with this kind of stuff, that might be able to help you more. This is more for kind of like my own personal journey, and if you want to follow along, and if what I do helps you, great. I hope it does, and then let me know if it does, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next time.